So we're at the Scores party Saturday night, and you know that whole thing is that Lonnie, who is the guy who runs Scores, he gives us funny money, because most of us are too cheap to actually reach into our own pocket.
Yeah, you'd never go if you had to pay.
Right. So, who's on Wednesday? Sour Shoes?
I think Sour Shoes.
Okay.
And by the way,
I forgot about that.
Not you personally, but the guys at the party are so bad because, we never said that it was going to be one of those Scores party where we were giving out money, and I wasn't sure what was going to happen. And I sort of couldn't get the party started because nobody would go into the other room because nobody wanted to reach into their own pocket.
Right, you cheapskate.
And then finally, like, 3 guys did. 3 guys reached into their own pockets and went. But the other 30 guys waited, and then Lonnie came out with probably the biggest stack of money he's ever given me.
Wow. Well, so Gary says to me, guess which guy? Some guys are really bad with strippers. And I guess I'm in this category, too. I feel really bad for the stripper, and I start giving them more money than they're supposed to get. Most guys give it 20. Most guys give it $40, a couple of dances.
What do you give?
I just empty my pockets. I'm like, they must think I'm a cheap son of a bitch if I don't do that.
So one dance, they can have it all.
I just hand them a whole envelope. Lonnie gives me an envelope of cash, and I just give it to him.
You emptied your pocket so well the other night that I actually spent time counting their money. The 2 girls came to me, and they said, we need to know how much is here. It's so much. Please count it for us. And I did.
Yeah. Well, so...
You're what they call a sucker.
I'm a sucker, okay? But the worst guy there...
There's somebody worse than you.
Worse than me, because you give him some money, and he just immediately comes back like a pigeon looking for more money, right? Who's the worst?
Do you want to let Robin guess, or should I just tell her?
I don't know who
She wouldn't know that. She'd never guess that.
It's a great guy. It's Jeff Schick.
He's Jeff Schick from IBM.
Not surprising. Isn't he, though? He's another guy.
He's Jeff West.
First of all,
West.
He's the only guy I know who has a fake name at Scores. The strippers are supposed to have a fake name. He calls himself Jeff West. Some girl goes, I was just with Jeff West.
Right, so it's 2 people.
I go, who's that?
So it's 2 people who don't really exist talking to each other.
Yes.
But, Jeff's a great guy, but I noticed this about 10 or 12 parties ago. He runs out of money quickly.
Wow.
And I've done the rap with these guys. I said, listen, 1 dance equals a song. 1 song is $20. So what happens is 4 girls will gang up on you. And it looks great when 4 girls are dancing for you. It looks great, but that's $80 a dance.
I don't allow that. There I don't get sucked
me too.
in.
But that's 3 dances, $240. I only give the guys $150, $160 to start.
Right.
So sometimes the funniest guys are the ones that come to me when you give them money, and they've been gone for 5 minutes, and they go, apparently I ran up a bill. I need another $200.
They can't even pay for what they got.
Exactly.
Right.
Oh, my goodness.
You always say, listen, girls, I can't handle 4 women at the same time.
Well, you did have that problem at the very beginning. You've learned not to let them do that to you.
I'm very proud of what I've learned.
But I got to tell you something, Howard. It is an almost definite rookie mistake. No matter how many times I have that conversation with a person who's never been at a party, inevitably they come back after the 3rd song and they go, I need some more money.
I was talking to one of the strippers Saturday night, and she said to me, do you shave? I said, what do you mean do I shave? Of course I shave. She goes, no. Do you shave your area? I got to clean it up for here. And I'm sure they'll bleep half this conversation, so I'll try and keep it clean. So I go, nah, I used to do that, but I get bat wings if I do that after a while.
Is that where the bat wings come from? I didn't know.
I realized it, because I don't powder down there,
and
everything sticks to the sides of my legs, and they look like the bat wings.
Yeah, I didn't understand why that was happening.
I think man is meant to have hair there.
Yeah.
To keep away from the bat wings.
So you don't get bat wings.
Wait, does any other guy in this room, or has any other guy in this room groomed besides you? Like, I've never done that.
Artie, you would never groom down there, right?
No. You know what's funny? I've tried it. I've taken clippers before. Not shaved.
I am so bad. Yeah, I don't shave it.
No, I've taken clippers.
In fact, write this down as a rap I want to do on our first day at the other place, because I got to tell you some weird thing that's going on with me and shaving with this hair.
See, I don't see the necessity of it.
Well, I tell you what, I thought maybe it'd make me feel sexier.
Well,
too.
yeah, see, I try. My theory is anything to make me look less grotesque.
Well, Artie...
But I end up looking more grotesque.
Yeah, it's weird. I mean, like, I don't know.
I'm trying to think, because you got hair all the way up.
I had an embarrassing conversation. I said to Ralph, draw me a diagram and show me how to shave down there, because I'm shaving too much and I look like a plucked chicken.
That's a good idea.
It looks like a landing pad or something.
No.
So he told me, I got this it's like a clippers.
Yeah.
It's like, it's an electric clippers.
Right.
So now I've just been clipping my taint And my,
oh, really?
Yeah,
you go all the way there.
That's right.
His paint.
My paint.
I don't think I've ever touched
Well,
How do you get to that?
Well, I put my feet up in the air like a woman in stirrups. I go like this.
And you have a mirror or something?
Yeah, and then and then I did I don't even know if you could say this word.
Oh.
The things that
You probably can.
Oh,
your
those?
grapes.
The orchids?
The grapes.
Yeah.
Your crotch kiwi.
And then all the way underneath. And then it's like it still looks odd.
Howard,
it's never going to look. It's never
I don't know what
good.
you're doing.
Unless you're like Margaret
I did it for Beth
Schenkenberg.
Sunday morning. She came back.
That seems worthless to me, though.
Did Beth appreciate it?
Because what did you do?
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying. It doesn't even seem like something you would need to do.
She goes, this is disgusting.
You
look ridiculous.
manly. It should be
I don't look
entertaining.
manly.
It's manly. That's not manly.
Well, not after that.
By the way, I have a request. Could you please put that picture that Ralph drew you up on the website?
Yes.
Yeah, what are your instructions? I would like to see that.
I gotta see that.
Well, hey, I'm going to show you something. See, he drew a picture. All right, wait. Here's a guy.
He actually drew this out for you.
Well, here, I'll show you exactly what it is.
If I told you that Artie and I did this, you'd say we were gay. Right?
I know, right. All right. So, you see this? This is a diagram of a man.
Yes.
All right.
Okay.
Well, let me see this.
Something like that.
That's a diagram of a man clean shaved.
Yeah.
And the idea is,
Oh, my God.
I thought the concept was to leave all this up here and shave everything down.
Right, but that's crazy.
It looks bad.
That's the male version of a landing strip.
Yeah. I look bad.
That's fair.
Guys should not have that.
Well,
This guy shaves
I said
everything.
It's like a helipad.
Well, you shouldn't look like that, and you shouldn't look like Rick Rubin down there.
Yeah, right. Richard shaves everything.
Yeah, Friday.
Yeah, but you look ridiculous. And you shave it with a razor.
No, I use the clippers.
You do?
But I use them on a really low setting where it gets everything out
Well,
of it.
show it to 60 Minutes.
He puts them on crew cut.
You mean you're using electric clippers?
And you don't get
Yeah.
bat wings?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
But maybe I'm weird. I kind of like that.
I was
feeling.
gonna
Like,
say he would
I
like
love
that.
to go like this and feel like spread the legs and feel what's going on there.
Hey, by the way, speaking of disgusting,
I'm going to throw up.
Did you see the
Why
picture?
does he have to speak?
Did you see the picture Richard sent us all yesterday?
No.
Yeah. By the way, if you go to howardstern.com and you're a member of Vagina Corner,
What did he send?
So disgusting.
which there's no money involved. It just requires you to register, which, by the way, is a good idea because if we get blown out tomorrow, I'll email you. Whoever goes to Vagina Corner, I'll email you. It's the only way I can stay in touch with my audience. So go on there and just give us your email address, and I'll keep you updated on what we're up to because it looks like any day now we'll be off the air. But
What
on
was the
Vagina
picture?
Corner,
Yeah.
I said, they're on there right now. It's Richard's chair. He sits at home on his computer and pleasures himself
I'm going to throw up.
on Friday nights.
What do you say? Naked on the chair?
Yeah, and then I guess he sweats during it.
No!
He took a picture of the chair after he finishes pleasuring himself.
Right.
And it's just a pool of, it's water. I mean, sweat.
Let me know.
But it's disgusting.
It's in the
I
shape.
think
It's
it's sweat.
a puddle.
Yeah.
Well, it's like in the shape of my buttocks because
Right.
you can see where I was sitting.
Right.
Yeah, because I get real
disgusting.
sweaty and stuff because I don't use my air conditioning that much. But
Hey, by the way, I want to give your mom and dad a radio show, like a little half hour.
Yeah, I'm trying to get him in
the-
later this week, Howard.
yeah,
I would
they're
love to
To
meet
come visit
them.
us here.
they're up for it. My dad was kind of worried because he thought you wanted him to come in during hunting season, during coon season, and he didn't want to take any
Yeah,
days
that's
off. from
biting
that.
into his income.
He's hunting coons?
Tell your dad not to mention that at all. While he's
Hey, he's a real redneck.
That's coon
Well, it starts November 15th.
He's
so
one of the few people
anytime
who
before
means
then.
real coons.
Where's the Where's your
The
voicemail? I lost it.
Is it in the machine?
His dad called him again.
His parents seem so sweet. I don't know how they raised him.
I know. So I said to his dad, your son's a really disgusting pervert. Like, he makes me look normal.
Yeah, well, he is.
Here's his latest voice message.
Oh, Rick, just call and talk to you. We had a little fun out in the yard with the puppy, the coonhound puppy. Found a dead squirrel out there, and I was playing with him, putting it up in a tree and trying to get him tree and messing with him. And he knew what it was. He grabbed it and stuff. So we'll talk to you later. Bye.
Wow. Having a little fun with a dead squirrel. Oh.
There's an update from the farm.
She sounds just like my dad. Yeah, we're having some good times up here.
You don't need TVs or other things like that. If you have dead squirrels, you got something to do.
Yeah, we just killed a few raccoons, and we're going to take them down, try to sell them to black people, pass them off as chicken.
We got dead squirrel. We're playing with the coon dog.
Yeah.
Richard's telling me from a different world because we're away on the weekend, and I'm going through my bag. We're there for 3 days, and it's Sunday morning. I'm going through my bag. I'm like, damn it. And he goes, what? I go, I can't find my toothbrush. He goes, what do you have to brush your teeth for? We're on vacation.
Are you serious?
I'm dead serious.
You don't take a toothbrush when you travel?
No, if it's a few days.
It's vacation. You're not
If it's
supposed
a week or so.
That's why you got that crap growing on your teeth.
You have to clean your teeth for about 3 days?
We took him to the dentist. The guy said he couldn't believe what was living on his teeth.
You don't brush your teeth every day?
I chew gum a lot, like sugar-free gum. That's supposed to clean your teeth.
You must stink.
Robin, he picks his nose and rubs his boogers into his jeans.
You know what?
His
Don't
jeans.
tell me. I have to walk through the halls where he is.
I love
Yeah,
it.
but I never, like, shake your hand or anything. You're all right.
And you never will.
Seriously, dude, you don't brush your teeth for a few days? Come
No,
on.
I always do, like every night. But when we go out of town
Every
once in a
night?
while,
You don't do it in the morning?
You should brush your teeth. That's why
Well,
chicks
why-
are not hitting on you, dude.
But why would it be a different thing to be out of town and not brush your teeth?
because a lot of times out of town I'm drinking, I don't feel like messing with it. You
Doing
know?
stand-up in Pittsburgh is vacation to you, first of all?
Hey, Richard and Sal.
Yeah.
Did you guys sleep together this weekend?
Yeah.
And you sleep with this smelly dude. Smelly, sweaty
You know what?
dude.
We were in such a tiny bed this weekend that I turned to the left, Richard turned to the right, and our asses met. And I was
Are you
so...
nude?
No, boxes. Both of us in our boxes. But I was so tired, I said, F it, and my ass stayed pressed against his for the whole night.
Explain something to me.
Guys, there's no reason for that.
Did you pleasure yourself in the bed with him?
No, not that night, no.
You guys have separate
Not
rooms,
that
right?
night. What did
We
you
had
do?
separate rooms.
So why did you sleep together?
Because somebody was in another room with somebody else, another comedian, another story.
Oh, that's like college.
He
days.
picked up a
Listen to
chick?
this. Yeah, this is so funny. Some guy was with a chick. He was with 2 girls.
He brought home 2 girls?
He brought 2 girls back to the hotel.
Nice. Oh, man.
So I feel like crying because I'm married, I'm done. I just want to go to sleep. So Richard, the blonde likes the comedian, and she's there with the brunette. So Richard's like, hey, maybe I got a chance with the blonde. So the brunette grabs the comedian and starts making out with him. So Richard's like, oh, now I really got myself a good deal here. So Richard throws her into the bed. He goes, I'm fondling you. I'm going to have fun. And she's like, I got to go. I got to get out of here. And he's like, well, your girlfriend's with the other guy. She's like, oh, yeah, but I like him, too. She got up, left with the comedian and her girlfriend to stay away from Richard.
And I ended up in bed with Sal.
We ended up together.
We could say who it is. It was Gary the retard, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Wait a minute.
What do you mean?
What?
Gary the retard was in bed with 2
joking.
chicks?
We're
No, but it came close. I mean, Gary gets more ass than Richard.
Wow.
And then Sal
Dude, you
said,
got, seriously, I'm going to say something to you. A guy not brushing his teeth is maybe the most disgusting thing in the world.
You gotta brush your teeth.
I do.
You got it.
Twice a day.
I brushed him last night.
You're in
Wait
New
a
York
minute.
City.
Wait a minute.
You
Richard, you don't brush in the morning?
No, because I brushed at night and I didn't eat anything in my sleep, so my
Yeah,
teeth
but
are
dude,
still
you get all
clean.
kind of bacteria in there during
Even
the night.
Benji's mad at you.
I read a book about this once.
But
All
see-
kinds of crap, like especially during the night,
yeah.
like things form in there.
But I hate to brush my teeth in the morning because, like, then I eat my breakfast and it's a waste of brushing my teeth.
Go nuts. Brush them again.
Yeah, like overbrush.
Richard, but how can you sleep and then not...
Don't you feel good when your mouth is clean?
Yeah, don't you feel gross when you wake up?
Do you
It doesn't
notice
feel
a
any
difference?
different to me, no.
What's the logic of not brushing your teeth because you're on vacation?
It's like just one less hassle I have to deal with.
Hey, Vinny, you're on the air.
Why
Go
wipe
ahead.
your ass?
He does it on vacation.
Yeah.
We're on vacation. What you bringing toilet paper
Vinny, you're on the air. Go ahead. Yes, Vinny. Oh, I hate when Vinny calls and hangs up.
He's on the bus. He probably went through the tunnel.
Probably tipped it over.
Hey, Jared.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey, man.
Long time. Love you guys, especially Richard, man. I totally hear everything.
Thanks.
Yeah.
You don't brush in the morning?
Well,
either?
you agree?
No, I have to. But when I'm on vacation, I just came back from a week in Vegas, and, I lost my toothbrush, and, I was out of it. So,
No wonder chicks are so grossed out by dudes.
This guy's a meth head.
Yeah, but I...
No, listen, Howard, I have something to ask you.
You guys should hang out together. You could both have bad hygiene together.
But I
right.
shave, though. That's good hygiene. I was going to explain one
Seriously,
of the...
man. Seriously, that's disgusting. You don't brush your teeth in the morning.
Richard, honestly, man.
That's just
I'll
disgusting.
start.
And you're
start
there to
now.
perform, to meet people. You're just, ugh.
No wonder William Shatner's eyes were watering.
But Richard, your logic is that you don't brush your teeth in the morning because after breakfast you don't have to brush them again, but you don't brush them after breakfast.
No.
So what's the point?
Well, I just think it's a waste to brush them if I'm going to eat right afterwards.
Okay, so now you've eaten, so you should certainly brush after that.
Did you shower this morning?
Hey, how are we going to do a radio show with your parents? Like, how does that work? Do you think you should be there, or do you think they should do they need a host? They need somebody to help them. My parents are going, too. They're going to be doing a show next week, I think.
If you want me to be there, I could be there. I'll just tell them, the format, like what people are going to want to talk to them about.
Who's going to be there with your parents?
I'm just going to put, like, an announcer in there to keep things moving, but... Like if you call up and ask my dad political questions, he'll talk a lot.
Right.
And my mom would give advice, like, and then they would answer questions about me. They wouldn't care.
Right.
Please, you know what?
I think Richard has to be there because I'm not even totally convinced that he and his father are different people. They sound so similar.
Right. What
does he know?
I need your father. One of the most amazing things he ever did on the show. I need your father to explain the proper way to fold the Times. Oh, that is so awesome.
Yeah, my father.
Are there going to be cameras there?
Yeah.
Because I would like to see that. I've always wanted to see. I want him to stay.
It's like origami.
And to show it at the same time.
My dad, I'm sure he never liked me that much because I think he was disappointed in me. And his passion is the New York Times. And he's a real bright guy. I mean, he reads everything and has, he comments on everything. And he would say to me, we'd be driving in the car, and he didn't want me to talk because I was annoying, but he would listen to the radio. And then when we'd get on the subway, he'd read the Times and ignore me, and I'd just sit there. And one time, I think he just felt really bad for me. I don't even think he felt bad for me. I was just fidgeting a lot, and he was like, "Don't fidget, don't fidget."
But how old are you? What are we talking about?
8.
Okay.
So then he says to me, "Why don't you read the paper?"
The Times.
The Times, an 8-year-old.
Yeah, that's a fun paper for it.
I took the paper, and I'm holding it like a paper. He goes, "You don't even know how to read the Times. Let me show you." This is on the subway with degenerates sitting there.
But how would you know how to read the Times on
I don't
the
know.
subway?
So he starts to fold the paper up into a perfect little square so he can read it.
Yeah.
And then I attempt to fold it in a little square. And, I mean, who knows how to do that? And then you just freak out on me in the middle of the subway. You go, "Give me paper."
Well, you told that story for years, and I said, Howard probably remembers it a different way. He probably embellished a little bit. Then you had your dad on, and your father goes, "Of course, there's a certain way to fold it. You have to know." And I was like, wow, I didn't know he was so passionate about it.
And I thought up until, like, last year that there really is a certain way to fold it.
No, there's his way.
Yeah, but I thought that was it.
Few people know it.
So he invented that way, right?
Yeah, he invented it.
Let me ask you something
Like velvet
else.
trim.
I would probably call him and ask him, the rules for ordering in a restaurant.
Yes.
Okay. Well, here. Yeah, somebody ought to ask him about that.
Does he know how to tie all those special tie knots, too, for your necktie?
Nah, his thing was ordering a restaurant. You had to know what you were ordering before you got to the restaurant. It was the dumbest goddamn conversation every time. I'd be in the car with my sister. My sister just tunes out. She doesn't even listen to the two of them. And I would study what they had to say. And the two of them are in the front seat, and my father would go, "What are you going to have at dinner, Ray?" And she'd go, I think I'm going to look at the menu. The menu? It's the same menu every week. Why would you need to look at the menu? I already know what I'm having. I am having the fried chicken, the corn, applesauce, and then I will have for my dessert, for my appetizer, I will have salad. But you had to say appetizer first.
So you did it wrong.
Yeah, well, actually, I know the whole order by heart. It depends what restaurant we went to. We had 2 restaurants we went to. He goes, "I will start with the salad with the Roquefort dressing." He didn't even know how to say Roquefort.
Where did your dad grow up?
I don't know. Like his parents didn't speak English.
He sounds like he's from another country.
Yeah, like Europe.
Transylvania.
Yeah, he's like Dracula. He go, "I'm going to have," he'd announce it to the car, to us. "I'm going to have the salad with the Roquefort dressing.
It sounds good.
The duck with the peas and French fries. And for dessert, I will have chocolate cake."
And he seems so proud of knowing.
And then he'd say, "Ray, what are you going to have?" Because my father is essentially afraid of waiters. He wants to impress them. And he thinks everyone's better than us.
And he's being judged by whether he orders properly.
Well, what he should have done is just brought menus from the restaurant and had them in the car where you guys could read them on the way.
My mother would go, "I don't know what I'm going to have." And that would drive him nuts.
Did your father know in advance what he was going to eat, or did he just eat the same thing all the time?
Same thing, or if he changed it, he knew the menu by heart.
He knew in advance what he was going to have in the car.
Oh, and by the time, and he'd get so upset and angry and turn beet red if we did it wrong, and he'd yell at us. So it was just like when I got to the restaurant, I just wanted to die. And then we'd get there and sit down, and my mother would go, my father would always go first. First of all, that's rude. The woman is supposed to go. But he couldn't wait to order. I'll have the duck, the peas, the French fries, and chocolate cake. You know, and he'd do the whole thing, Roquefort dressing and the whole thing, you know.
Did he use that special voice people use when they talk to them? Like, you know, when you're paying your tolls, the tolls?
Yeah, well, he wants to enunciate. He thinks he's an announcer.
But now, people like, my father always would pull up to a toll or we go to a restaurant.
We don't care about your father. Anyway, so...
I'd love to see a recreation of this, like on In Demand or something.
Yeah, see, I could
like,
just watch.
Well, I wrote a whole episode of Howard Stern, the high school years about that.
Yeah.
You know. But I'm sure Chris Rock will have it on before I do.
Yeah, see, you just
yeah, you know.
did.
But anyway, the thing is, then my mother would go, and she would say, I believe I'll have 2 appetizers. My first appetizer I'll have with the appetizers, and then the second appetizer I'll have with the entree. Now my father's head is steaming.
You're not supposed to do that.
And he'd be like, then you have to explain to the waiter, you understand what she wants. She wants her appetizer first, but the second course, when we are having our entrees, she will have appetizer. Yeah, I'll have the coleslaw, but she'll have the coleslaw with her appetizer. And then I'm going to have the crabs, but the appetizer side for my entree. For her entree, she will have the crabs.
Like an echo.
Like an echo. And I just get nauseous, and I want to be out of there.
Howard, were you like petrified by the time it got to you?
When the time got to me, I would go, I'm going to have the same thing as my dad.
So much pressure.
And it was a lot of pressure, except I didn't want Roquefort dressing.
Yeah, I was going to say, now you're an 8-year-old with Roquefort dressing and duck and peas.
And I would get reamed after the waiter left because I would have said to the waiter, I'd say, the same as my father, except I'll have Italian dressing. And he'll go, no. You should have ordered your dressing and salad first. Even though you are getting the same thing as me, the waiter writes it down in an order. And then
How does he know so much about what happens in the restaurant?
I don't know. He never was a waiter. What does he know? It's like loony.
Let him figure it out. They'll figure it out.
Did you ever go to Chinese, Howard?
Yeah, we went to Chinese, sure.
Was it difficult for him to talk to the Chinese waiters?
It just was very uncomfortable. I just remember being uncomfortable.
Does your dad ever say to you now, does he ever just like sit you down and say, son, I'm really proud of you?
No.
I was wrong all the things I said.
Oh, he has called here anyway. And
He'll do it on the air if I beg him to say.
In person?
I have to beg him to say that he loves me.
But he has called, I forget what he called you about, but he called you not too long ago to say that he was really proud of something.
On the air.
Oh, he didn't do that in person?
No.
Oh.
I remember that. Then you just
She started liking me in 2003, I thought, but then I realized I was wrong.
You were wrong.
I was pretty sure I was accepted.
You know, my favorite moments with him on the show are you quizzing him about your children.
Yeah. Well, the audience will have a half hour with them. That's the way I figure it. And the structure will be, I'll have some announcer in there type, who knows to stay out of the way.
Right.
Like our version of Larry King.
I can't wait to hear that. That's going to be awesome.
Hey, Howard.
I've always been a huge fan of your parents.
People ought to call him with political questions. That's what my old man can talk about.
Does your father still have those old radio contraptions when you were a kid?
No.
None of that? Because it'd be great if
we can... green and white.
Oh, yeah, if you can bring them out and explain them on the air.
You could ask him about engineering and stuff. Then he'll get old.
Something I'd love to hear your dad too, like as maybe a separate show, is him read like War of the Worlds or something like that, because he kind of reminds me of an old Orson Welles type of radio guy.
But you know what's going to happen is all the questions will be about you and how it was growing up with you, and
so we'll see.
Raising.
We'll see how it goes.
And all of that. So nobody's going to ask him engineering questions.
Where's my dad doing some engineering? They should, though. They should just get
Oh, man. Can't wait for it.
Yeah, that's going to be good.
The green type of tube.
Green type of tube.
Howard, listen.
Testing. 1, 2. Now, we are now testing this out for proper modulation. As you will know, when you record, the proper modulation that is required is for the electric eye, which is a green type of tube, will open and close as we record. Now I will play this back to hear the quality and whether this is operating. Thank you.
What a party he is.
The thing that cracks me up about this, as you know. No, we don't know.
As you know.
How would we know
don't have that model of tape recorder.
I like this part.
I don't know.
Testing.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Who's he thinking? He's running everything.
He's overmodulating in the first 3 seconds.
Has he kept up on...
Testing. 1, 2. Now, we are now testing this out for proper modulation.
As you will know, when you record...
Where's the one of me getting reamed for being stupid?
Now, has he kept up on, like, the current equipment in radio? Does he study all that stuff?
No, he doesn't care.
Hello, Howard, I'd like to ask you a question. How do you feel about religious services and why children should attend them? Oh, Charlotte.
Well, you see, let's say, if you want to be religious, I think you should go to it. And also, let's say you want to go up and read, you'd have to, you wouldn't know what to say, so you'd learn something there. You learn the Jewish history, and that's all.
You're like a prisoner of war.
I never heard that one.
Oh, man, are you kidding? I was so afraid to say the wrong thing, because sometimes he'd blow up at me.
You could tell. You're so apprehensive.
Oh, sometimes he would just humiliate me.
I was watching that 60 Minutes piece last night where the guy was locked up by the Koreans for 38 years.
Oh, those Koreans don't know how to humiliate people. You talk to my father.
You were like, well, you'd learn, read.
Testing.
Well,
testing. Howard, I'd like to humiliate you. Where are we?
Testing.
No, where is he humiliating me?
Do you feel that the United States should remain in the United Nations, as a member of the United Nations? Howard?
Yes, I really do.
Is there any special reason why you feel that they should?
Well, there should be peace in all the countries, and we wouldn't want any war. Because we don't want the Japs anymore.
I told you not to be stupid, you moron.
Wow, thanks, Dad.
How can you not be stupid if you're a moron?
Yeah.
Great. Let me ask you another question. Now, Howard, I don't want any foolish answers from you, otherwise don't answer.
Great.
President Kennedy now is going around the country asking the people to vote for Democrats. He wants more Democrats in the House of Representatives and the United States Senate. Do you think that the president is doing a wise thing in going around the country asking the voters to support him by electing Democrats? First, we will hear from Howard.
Oh, no.
Yes, I do, because if we didn't, let's say, have Democrats, there'd be presidents, vice presidents, and where would the Democrats come in?
What you missed here, the point that I was trying to make is the reason that the President of the United States is asking for more Democrats is that so that they will support his program in Congress by voting for the issues that he's interested in. That is the reason. Now I'll play this back.
What's wrong with you that you don't know that?
Wait, there's more fun. He's going to play it back so he can hear himself give the answer to his question. I like that I ruined it. I ruined what?
You're like 4 years old.
I start to laugh as soon as I hear that little squeaky voice. You know, it's like a kid. It's just a kid.
You gotta love the accent he's got there, too.
No foolish answers.
All right, Howard, we will start with you.
Because this is as serious as Meet the Press. And what kind of questions is that to ask an 8-year-old or 9-year-old?
Is the president right to want more Democrats in Congress?
What do I know? I still don't know the answer to that.
Why?
And who cares anyway? Goddamn Democrats, Republicans. What do I know?
Where were you sitting? Was this a kitchen table? Was this a basement?
Oh, this is my dad's recording studio.
Oh, wow.
So that's why you have to be very serious.
Yeah, it's all official, and he made a disc of it. Like, we press it into a record.
Now, did he prep you on this? Did he say, I'm going to ask you some political questions?
No, and I always ruined it. Even when I was, like, little, like 4, he'd take us down once a year, and it was torture.
Well, there's the Jelly Beaner incident.
Then I'd sing,
Let me ask you another question.
Oh, no. Not one more question.
Ready, Ellen? Go ahead. We're going to play that same song. Shut up! Sit down! When you lie, keep your head up high, and don't let us...
You know, then we had, like...
but you had to be quiet for this.
Oh, if you made noise during this, you'd get yelled. I just sit there really nervous during this song. Because he starts yelling at my sister that she plays the piano wrong when he came to the...
Shining through at the end of each day, there's a golden sun. The stars will be shining through. On through the wind, on through the rain.
always love that note.
Open your heart when you never walk. I don't even know what she's playing.
That's good.
You don't know what she's playing.
Yeah. My nightmare.
You had to shut up and sit down for that.
Your dad sounds like he has huge testicles.
He's upset, though, now that he's an old man. He lost the timbre in his voice. Because I
of
don't
course, Richard, what are you worried about his dad's testicles for?
Because he's gay. My dad always says to me, I lost the timbre in my voice.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know.
Timbre.
I thought it was timbre.
Was he serious when he was singing that? Like
yeah,
that?
Oh, yeah, it's dead serious. It's real serious.
I know you're a big fan of Cream, right?
Dude, we're talking about parents now. What, do you got ADD?
Well, that's what I called about, man.
Oh, you decided you're done with this topic.
Well, I'm not...
I'm done with you.
We're not done.
That was nuts. All right, let's book them for a show. I got to hear the show myself. Gary.
Howard, can we bring the piano in and have your sister play it with your father singing?
I don't know, man. Whatever they want to do. Book my parents. Let's give them an hour. Or a half hour.
It could be an hour. Let's start with a half hour, and if it's going well, go to an hour.
Give me a scheduled day.
Okay.
Because, you know, they have to prepare. Your mother can't do anything else that day.
Yeah, my mom has rules. She's as nuts as him. I keep waiting for them to get senile, so I put them in a home.
They seem to be doing so well. They don't have any infirmities. They're fine.
I took them out to dinner on Friday night.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Did your dad ask you any questions like that about politics?
No, but I got him back. There was this article in the Times on Saturday, like an op-ed piece, about what Howard Stern could teach the Democrats. And I called him up because I know he loves the Times. I go, hey, Dad, you see that article on me in the Times? Like, you know, I'm still looking for some sort of approval.
Right.
He goes, what? I read the paper back to front.
And he had already read it?
And he goes, and I missed it. And I go, I can't believe you missed the article. He goes, I got to go get that right away. So then he calls me back later and he goes, I didn't miss it. I'm not up to that part of the paper yet.
Oh, so
he would have seen
oversight.
Yeah.
Maybe he folded it wrong. Folded over it.
Yeah. But when I'm in the Times and I'm, you know, that's
I think that was why he called to say he was proud of you because of something that happened in the New York Times.
Yeah, 60 Minutes is all important to him, too. He's like, that's my favorite show.
The show of record.
The show of record.
And you're like, mine's Smallville.
Yeah, hey, sorry.
Do they still listen to this show?
This one? Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah. Religiously.
Yeah.
Yeah, my dad doesn't miss a word.
Oh, the best was when he was talking about going to and they didn't know how they were going to be able to hear him.
Yeah, I got them all hooked up. I took care of that.
That cracked me up. How are we going to listen?
Are they going to listen to High Pitch on there or Wendy or any of that stuff?
Yeah, I guess they would.
Yeah.
I mean, it depends what it is. I don't think they're into the high-pitched stuff, you know, when we're sitting and weighing.
They just want to hear Howard.
Yeah, they don't care about that. They don't want to hear a guy weighing his bowel movement.
High Pitch is going to have a limited crowd, I think.
Yeah, I mean, how long can anybody stay with that?
I'll listen to that.
I'm saying. I
got money on that.
We'll be into it, but...
The over 65 group might not be into it.